This presentation will introduce Certified Lay Ministry, or CLM, to pastors in the Arkansas Conference. It is intended for those clergy persons who either have a certified lay minister or someone who has expressed an interest in certified lay ministry in their congregation. We will introduce certified lay ministry, discuss the role and duties of the CLM supervising clergy person, and the process used in the Arkansas Conference to train and equip our certified lay ministers. Before we get into the specifics of certified lay ministry, I want to express my thanks on behalf of our Conference Board of Laity and Conference Committee on Lay Servant Ministries for your interest and willingness to learn about certified lay ministry. According to paragraph 268.2 of the 2016 Book of Discipline, we have certified lay ministers in order to enhance the quality of ministry, much like a class leader did in the early Methodism through service in the local church, circuit, or cooperative parish, to expand team ministry in other churches or charges, and to use spiritual gifts as evidence of God's grace, as with lay ministry in early Methodism. Our 2016 Book of Discipline tells us that a CLM, as part of a ministry team under the supervision and support of a clergy person, can conduct public worship, care for the congregation, assist in program leadership, develop new and existing faith communities, preach the word, lead small groups, establish community outreach ministries, and more. The role of the clergy person in the certified lay ministry journey is an important and significant one, as this is a team-oriented ministry, and you have a leadership role on that team. So again, from the laity of our conference, thank you for your interest and your willingness to learn about certified lay ministry. The certified lay minister is a position that was created by the 2004 session of the General Conference of the United Methodist Church, but just in the last few years adopted by the Arkansas Conference. It is a position designed to enhance the quality of ministry and ability of small membership churches, team ministry in larger membership churches, and ministry in other community settings to meet the spiritual and temporal needs of a constantly changing world. A certified lay minister is a lay person who is called and equipped to serve in the life of a smaller, local congregation as a lead pastor or as in a supporting role as part of a ministry team or cooperative parish. A certified lay minister is assigned, not appointed, and that assignment is done by the district superintendents in accordance with paragraph 419.2 of the discipline. Certified lay ministry is intended to be a long-term, intentional ministry. A CLM could be a paid staff person or a volunteer. A CLM learner enters a certification process that includes training, support, supervision, and accountability. For training, CLMs complete required coursework developed by the General Boards of Discipleship and Higher Education and Ministry, plus continuing education. CLMs serve as part of a ministry team with a supervising clergy person and are under the supervision of the district superintendent. CLMs have the support of an ordained or licensed clergy person, as well as the support that comes from his or her ministry team. CLMs are accountable to the Conference Committee on Lay Servant Ministries for overall oversight, the district superintendent for assignment and service, a supervising clergy person for day-to-day support and encouragement, the District Committee on Ordained Ministry for affirmation and recommendation, and to their local church council and charge conference for ministry review. A CLM is asked to create and be part of a ministry team that should include the district superintendent and/or a supervising clergy person assigned to guide the CLM, and a smaller group of 3 to 5 people in the local church referred to as a mutual ministry team. Together, these people form the support necessary for the CLM to be effective in ministry. They are partners in ministry. The mutual ministry team during the training phase will accompany the CLM on this journey by meeting in person or virtually to review learning goals and the ministry covenant the CLM will create. The team will provide input to the CLM mentor and the CLM on the process and progress it sees and will provide feedback on areas that may need further development. This team is able to provide real-time feedback and input on effectiveness since it is part of the local congregation. The mutual ministry team in the place of assignment develops a ministry covenant together to assure that there is a clear understanding of the expectations of the CLM and other members of the mutual ministry team and the congregation. The content of that ministry covenant captures the important details and basics that guide the ministry in that setting. The covenant covers such areas as a short mission statement or description of the congregation and the purpose or role of the CLM, the congregation's ministry plan, financial responsibilities to the CLM, if any, and ministry assessment and evaluation. It's important to note that the covenant guides the ministry of the church, not just those in ministry. Discipleship Ministries and the General Board of Higher Education and Ministry have worked together to develop the basic coursework to prepare laity for this form of ministry. The required coursework has 4 modules. Module 1 is called the Call and Covenant for Ministry. It has the understanding of theology and call for ministry, exploring spiritual gifts, and developing a ministry covenant. This module takes a minimum of 30 hours. Module 2 is called the Practice of Ministry. It has 4 sections that include leading worship, preaching, sharing faith, faith formation and discipleship, and pastoral and congregational care. This module takes a minimum of 32 hours. Module 3 is called the Organization for Ministry. The focus is on the leader's task of organizing a congregation for mission and ministry. It provides specific guidance on topics central to a congregation's health. This module takes a minimum of 8 hours. Module 4 is called the Connection for Ministry. It includes United Methodist theology, practice, and polity, which are explained within the roles of the local congregation, district, conference, and general church. This module takes a minimum of 8 hours. In the Arkansas Conference, these 4 modules are delivered online through beadisciple.com. A mentor CLM will be assigned to journey with the CM learner through the required modules. The role of the CLM supervising clergy person is to help the CLM candidate in the discernment process to understand the ministry needs and the gifts and graces of the CLM candidate. The CLM supervising clergy person participates in forming and shaping the ministry covenant of the CLM as part of the mutual ministry team. The supervising clergy person ensures a collaborative relationship with the district superintendent for mission and ministry through the CLM and ministry team. This person helps to ensure that the CLM can function in his or her areas of responsibility and helps to develop and shape the CLM for mission and ministry in a formative relational process. The duties of the CLM supervising clergy person are to be available for regular meetings with the CLM to provide spiritual direction and guidance, to be a resource for problem solving, to participate as an active member of the ministry team, to respect the call of the CLM as a layperson, and to provide guidance and support as the CLM develops in their knowledge and skills for ministry. I think you can see that your overall role in the CLM journey is to prepare, equip, and support the CLM candidate through the discernment and training process, then to be a mentor and guide as their ministry grows and matures. The experience you bring to these tasks will add depth to the understanding of the team. Your work with this ministry team is critical to the development of a covenant for ministry and to the effectiveness of the service that follows. If participation in the process of building a covenant for ministry is the first task, this is followed by carrying out a process that is specific to the CLM's area of ministry. While serving as a CLM mentor, the clergy member is expected to exercise wisdom in helping create a safe place for reflection and growth for the CLM. A key expectation with certified lay ministry is its long-term nature. Each year, as part of your charge conference, each active CLM will prepare a ministry review, much like your pastor's report, that is presented to the church council as part of the charge conference package. Every 2 years, the certified lay minister goes through a recertification process that involves a ministry review by the church council, a recommendation by the district superintendent, a background check, an interview with the District Committee on Ordained Ministry, and approval by the Conference Committee on Lay Servant Ministries. This review process provides the opportunity to determine if the ministry is still important and vital to the life of the congregation being served, and to make any adjustments in the ministry team or covenant that may be needed. The CLM, once certified, usually stays with the congregation that endorsed and affirmed them. With the nature of our United Methodist system of itinerancy, it's likely that the span of the ministry of the CLM may involve multiple supervising clergy persons. You may find yourself preparing and equipping a CLM for ministry only to be appointed to another appointment, or you may inherit a CLM as a consequence of a new appointment. Whatever the circumstance, please extend grace for the ministry of the CLM, recognizing that this layperson is responding to God's calling. This has been just a brief introduction to certified lay ministry and the CLM supervising clergy person. I encourage you to reach out to any of the conference or district lay servant ministry coordinators with any questions you may have about your role or the certification process. Again, on behalf of the Conference Board of Laity and Committee on Lay Servant Ministries, thank you for your interest and your willingness to learn about certified lay ministry. Your active participation is vital to the successful ministry of those certified lay ministers in your care. May God continue to richly bless you and your ministry.